Hi, my name is Austin Farrell, and thanks for joining me in this audio series on teaching with AI, practical guidance for real classrooms. I was encouraged to make this video series after attending the NAGC 25 conference in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. NAGC stands for the National Association for Gifted Children. While I was attending this conference, there were a number of sessions this year that discussed AI in education. And due to my own interest in AI, I attended these sessions and found a lot of great information. Now, while this conference did share a lot of information in these sessions as it pertained to how can we use AI to support our gifted learners, I ended up walking away with not just that information, but also how I can actually use AI in my teaching practice as a whole to support all learners. So I felt compelled to put all of this information together to compile it for myself so that I can go through it more easily. But in the process, I figured, let me put this together for my fellow teachers so that they can use this to improve their own teaching practice as well. As I go through this video series, I'm going to keep the videos to around 10 minutes or less in length so you can listen to them as really short episodes. This video series is for anyone who is interested in AI in their teaching practice, beginners, intermediate, and advanced. I do cater a lot more to the beginner and intermediate teachers. However, there is some information, there are a couple videos that the advanced AI implementers will find helpful as well. What I'll say about that briefly before starting is that if you click on the video and you can actually see the outline on the video page. And if you look at the outline and you say, oh, I know this information, then you can skip to the next video. And if you, again, look at the outline, you can say, oh, I know some of this, but I don't know all of this. And you can skip ahead in the video to the timestamp that's identified in the outline. In addition to that, I just want to, again, in giving an overview, beginners will find information that really helps orient them to AI. What is it? How can it be used in teaching? Where can it be used, right? A lot of helpful tools and use cases. For those who are already using AI, I offer even more use cases and particular tools that you can use, in addition to some ideas and help as far as how can you implement AI specifically in different aspects of your teaching practice. And then for my advanced AI implementers, there's still some helpful stuff about what are use cases for AI that you may not have considered already, as well as what are some advanced AI applications that you might want to lean into. And before kind of going over an overview of what you're going to see in this series as far as content, I do want to recommend, because this video series is primarily an audio series, I encourage you to listen to it on 2x speed. Listening to videos on 2x speed is something I do. It helps me get a lot of information more quickly. Again, if you want to slow it down, absolutely listen to it on normal speed. Slow it down if it gets a little too fast. But I found that listening to it on 2x speed is really helpful for me to just process content in videos that I watch online. But again, this is an audio series, so you can put the video on, leave your phone down somewhere else. It's meant to be listened to. Again, the visuals will show you the outline, so you can lean on that outline for going to specific timestamps or taking notes. But again, it's primarily an audio series. And with that said, let's go ahead and review the topics that I'm going to discuss in this series. So we're going to talk about what is AI as a general orientation to it. How can AI transform teaching? What is the proper disposition that educators should have towards AI? What are some AI use cases for educators in our teaching practice? And what AI tools can we use? And also prompt engineering. What is prompt engineering? How do I do it well? What are some advanced AI applications? We're going to also look at some of my personal exploration into AI. What are some specific ways that I'm trying to use AI in my teaching practice? And then the last two videos I think might even be the most helpful. So, of course, one of the videos is discussing AI use cases and tools. However, in these last two videos, I'm going to share specifically where you can think to implement AI in your curriculum design workflow and in your instructional practices. How can you use AI to support your instructional practices? I think these last two videos will be really helpful for people who have, especially if you haven't used AI at all, but also if you're using AI, but you're not sure you're using it very effectively, and you still find that you are overworked, have a heavy workload. You want to find other ways that AI can help reduce your workload as a teacher. These will help you. It'll lay out the whole curriculum design workflow. It'll lay out a number of instructional practices and suggest specific ideas for how you can begin to use AI in those areas. Now, as we go through this video series, it is not a highly technical series in that I'm not going to have you log into a computer and actually make things on the computer. There are a ton of videos online to help you with that. This is more helping you get a proper orientation to AI and to understand where it will be effective. All right. Once you know where it will be effective and how to use it effectively, then you can look up videos for the specific tool you want to use, which I share tools in this series, and you can figure out how to use that tool for the particular use cases that we're also going to talk about in this series. So I do hope that you find this series helpful and that you share it with other teachers so that they also are able to begin to figure out how AI can be effectively used in their teaching practice.